Most people get this wrong when they try to start a company in Saudi Arabia. They assume it is just about filling out a form, paying a fee, and getting a license. But here's the truth no one tells you. Saudi Arabia has one of the fastest evolving business systems in the world right now. And the process is simple only if you understand how the structure works. If you don't understand that structure, you can easily waste weeks dealing with delays, wrong approvals, or missing requirements that no one warned you about. And here's the surprising part. In 2026, Saudi Arabia is actively opening its economy to foreign investors at a massive scale. That means opportunities are huge, but so is the need to do things correctly from day one. In this guide, I'm going to break everything down step by step. No complicated terms. No confusion. Just a clear roadmap that shows you exactly how to start a company in Saudi Arabia, what it costs, what approvals you need, and how to avoid the most common mistakes. And now here's where it gets interesting. Saudi Arabia business setup is not one single system. It is a combination of different licensing paths depending on who you are, what you want to do, and whether you are a local or foreign investor. Once you understand that, everything becomes much easier. Let's begin. The first thing you need to understand is that Saudi Arabia business setup is controlled mainly by the Ministry of Investment, also known as MISA. This is the key authority for foreign investors. So if you are someone like Alex from the UK or John from India trying to start a company in Saudi Arabia, your journey usually begins with getting an investment license from MISA. But before that, you need to understand the types of business structures available. There are mainly 4 common setups: a limited liability company, a branch office, a representative office, and sole establishment structures for locals. For most foreign entrepreneurs, the most common choice is the limited liability company, or LLC. Here's why. An LLC allows you to operate commercially in Saudi Arabia, hire employees, open bank accounts, and enter contracts legally. And enter contracts legally. Now here's the problem many beginners face. They jump into registration without understanding what activity they are allowed to do. In Saudi Arabia, your business activity must be clearly defined and approved. For example, if Jake wants to start a digital marketing agency, he cannot just say, marketing services in a vague way. He must clearly define services like advertising management, media production, or consultancy depending on classification. So step 1 is very clear. Define your business activity correctly. Now, step 2 is getting the MISA investment license. This is one of the most important approvals in the entire process. Without this, a foreign investor cannot fully operate a company in Saudi Arabia. To get this license, you usually need documents like your passport, business plan, financial statements, and sometimes proof of experience in your industry. Now here's where it gets interesting. The Saudi government has been simplifying this process in recent years to attract global businesses. But the approval still depends on your activity and compliance clarity. Once your MISA license is approved, you move to the next step, which is company name reservation and commercial registration. This is handled by the Ministry of Commerce. You submit your company name, and they check if it is available and compliant with naming rules. And yes, there are rules. You cannot use restricted words, religious terms, or names that conflict with regulations. Your name must also match your business activity. For example, if John is starting a tech consultancy, he might register something like John Tech Solutions LLC, but it must pass availability checks. Now let's move to the next step, which is drafting your Articles of Association. This is a legal document that defines how your company will operate. It includes ownership structure, shareholder roles, capital distribution, and business scope. This part is important because banks and government authorities will later review it. Now here's the problem. Many beginners rush this step, or use generic templates. That can cause issues later during banking or licensing updates. So take this seriously. Once your Articles of Association are ready, they must be notarized and submitted for final commercial registration approval. At this point, your company becomes officially registered in Saudi Arabia. But you are not done yet. Now comes one of the most important steps, which is opening a corporate bank account. Saudi banks are very strict with compliance. They will review your business activity, your ownership structure, your source of funds, and your expected transactions. So if your documents are unclear or your business model is vague, delays are very likely. But here's the good news. If your setup is clean and transparent, the banking process is smooth. For example, if Alex is running a clear consulting company with contracts and invoices, banks can easily understand his business flow. Now let's talk about office requirements. In Saudi Arabia, most companies are required to have a registered physical address. This could be a rented office or a business center depending on your structure. Free, virtual setups are limited compared to some other countries. So you need to plan for physical presence in many cases. Now here's something important. Office location can also affect visa approvals later. So choose wisely based on your long-term plans. Now let's talk about visas, because this is a key part of company setup for foreign investors. Once your company is registered, you can apply for investor or employee visas, depending on your structure. The investor visa allows you to legally reside in Saudi Arabia and manage your business operations. The process includes medical tests, biometric registration, and residency documentation through the Saudi system. For employees, your company can sponsor work visas once you have quota approvals. Now here's where it gets interesting. Saudi Arabia is actively expanding its workforce policies under Vision 2030. That means more flexibility in certain sectors, but also stricter compliance in others. So staying updated is very important. Now, let's talk about cost. The cost of starting a company in Saudi Arabia depends heavily on your business activity, license type, office requirement, and visa needs. In general, you should expect costs related to MISA licensing, commercial registration, legal documentation, office rent, visa processing, and banking setup. But here's the key insight. The real cost is not just money. It is also time and preparation. A well-prepared application moves fast. A weak application gets delayed. Now let's talk about timelines. In many cases, company formation in Saudi Arabia can take a few weeks to a couple of months depending on complexity. Simple consulting or service businesses are usually faster. Larger trading or industrial businesses take more time due to additional approvals. Now here's a mistake that slows people down. They underestimate documentation requirements. Missing financial proof or unclear activity descriptions can cause repeated rejections. So always prepare properly before you apply. Now let's connect everything step by step so you can clearly visualize the process. Step 1 is choosing your business activity carefully. Step 2 is applying for MISA investment license. Step 3 is reserving your company name. Step 4 is drafting and notarizing your articles of association. Step 5 is completing commercial registration. Step 6 is opening your corporate bank account. Step 7 is securing office space. Step 8 is applying for visas if needed. If you follow this structure correctly, the process becomes predictable and manageable. Now here's the final insight most people miss. Saudi Arabia is not just opening its market. It is actively transforming into a global business hub. That means opportunities are growing, but compliance expectations are also increasing. So the real success factor is not speed. It is accuracy. If you get your structure right from the beginning, everything else becomes much easier. So here is the simple takeaway. Starting a company in Saudi Arabia is absolutely possible for foreign investors. But success depends on understanding the system, choosing the right structure, and preparing proper documentation before you apply. If you do that, you are not just starting a company. You are entering one of the fastest growing economies in the world with a strong foundation. And if you want more step-by-step guides like this, make sure to like this video, leave a comment with the next country you want covered, and subscribe for more clear business breakdowns. Because the right guidance can save you months of confusion and help you build smarter from day one.